It's May 12th. I'm McCartney.
And I'm Haley.
And this is Wisconsin News.
Wisconsin News.
First story today is on the national debt.
Yeah. Whoa. Whoa. Don't get me started on our national debt, Haley.
Well, McCartney, it's a very important economic problem in today's world.
I know. I just can't believe. $17 trillion and still growing. Still growing. All this money still growing. Can you believe it?
And can you tell all the people watching what national debt is?
Well, yes I can, Haley. The U.S. national debt is the sum of all the outstanding debt owed by the federal government. The federal government.
And even before the 2008 financial crisis in the U.S., debt had risen 50% between 2000 and 2007.
Wow, I can't believe that. Risen that much. And nearly 2/3 of the national debt is owed to the people, businesses, and foreign governments.
And the rest is owed by the government itself, correct?
That is correct, Haley. That is correct. Owed by the government itself.
Now, as the debt keeps growing, what is this going to do to our economy?
Well, let's first start by saying that the economy and the people benefit from deficit spending, but this is also causing problems with building back the economy, you know?
So what you're saying is that every day the economy is suffering, but there isn't a good way to decrease the spending and keep people happy at the same time.
Correct. But eventually we will have to do something, like raise taxes or decrease spending. Possibly both. You know? Possibly both.
We also have to focus on the fact that we have programs like Medicare.
Breathe deeply. Breathe deeply.
Good old Medicare.
Medicare and Medicaid.
Medicaid. Oh, Medicaid. For the
Medicaid.
good people. The Medicaid for the good people.
Where's my oatmeal?
And Social Security that help the people.
But if we take spending for the people away, that will eventually hurt them, and the people is what runs our economy, you know? So what are we gonna do if they're mad and they're upset about taxes, you know? We need to have the people all on the same side. The government all needs to coincide together. What do you think of that? I mean, what do you think?
Well, looks like the economy needs this money more than we do.
Are you crazy? I can buy new shoes with this money.
Okay, let's move on to our next story.
Whoa, are you hearing this?
Breaking news. We have a car chase in process.
Okay, people, we will be right back after this commercial from our sponsors, where we will be on the scene with our chief correspondent. We better go. All right, we'll be back.
I love these crowns.
Me too. They're everything I've ever wanted.
Crayola, preferred by every kindergarten teacher. Hey, this is Rosart. Crayola.
Welcome back to Wisconsin News. Now you can see behind me that there is a car chase in process. Police have not been able to catch the driver yet, but we hope they do soon. This is a serious matter. I mean, you can see stuff is happening. Back to you in the studio. Our next story today is about student loans and how they will be getting pricier this fall as students head back to school.
That is correct. Now what we're talking about here is government student loans. The predictions are that they will be paying a 4.66 interest rate for an undergraduate loan.
And a 6.21 interest rate for graduate school loans.
That's about 2% higher from this past year.
Now, this won't be hurting seniors as much as it will be hurting freshmen.
Correct. Freshmen are expected to pay a couple $1,000s more.
And I've also heard these rates are expected to climb.
Unfortunately, yes, and as student loan debt keeps climbing, so will the rates on loans.
Loans are affecting not only the economy, but they've also been hurting the housing market as well.
Yes, the new number of households is staying at the same number because the new college graduates are struggling with their debt and are unable to put money away into the economy for housing.
All right, then. Let's move on to our next story. Now, you had an interesting experience with this story, didn't you?
I sure did. Hi, I'm here with the local Farmer Brown.
Hello, Wisconsin News.
Now, tell me, Farmer Brown, how has this harsh winter affected you?
Well, it hasn't affected me. I mean, it's affecting my plants. You can see they're non-existent. But I also heard that there's been a loss of $4 billion because of this 3-month-long winter season. The harsh winter season. Yeah.
Yes, and that's from missed work, canceled flights, lost retail sales, etc. And because of buyers staying in, car sales have also been down this winter.
You mean to tell me that all of this has affected our economy and lost us money?
That is correct, Farmer Brown.
It's a shame.
Well, now we're going to go back to McCartney for the weather.
Haley, that was a interesting story indeed. Now you can see that we've moved outside just for a little change of scenery, definitely, because it's dark storm clouds. It just finished raining. And hopefully it'll clear up later this week. Back to you in the studio.
Last story today is on the oil and gas boom.
Yes, it's producing millions of jobs, and employment is up since the recent recession began in late 2007.
This is helping our employment rates, and in return, helping the economy.
Right. Well, that's all we have for today's news, and we'll see you back here tomorrow where we will be interviewing President Clinton on the recent Monica Lewinsky scandal.
Should be interesting.
It should be. All right, thanks for watching. This is Wisconsin News.